So you look up above all of that stuff.
I'm on the hill, so it's 45 steps to get up to the attic. From the ground, from my parking space. It's
Okay.
15 stairs to get up to just the level, just the house.
Okay.
And then there's another 15 stairs just to get up to my apartment.
Okay.
Well, where, and then there's another 15 stairs to get up to the attic and the deck. So it keeps me in shape. That's all I can say.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It'll keep you young.
God bless. So.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, look at
How are you? I know I'm in Newport, so sorry, but I'm here.
Wow, you look gorgeous.
Oh, thanks. My camera, got the baby with me.
Oh, yeah, but still, you look gorgeous. I don't know why that's happening.
Thank you. Want to see the baby? Here's the baby.
Yes, let me see the baby. Oh, what is going on?
Hi, baby.
Where's the baby?
You just missed the baby.
Oh,
But
hey, Naomi.
We do have the former Revere High School artist Naomi joining. How was your graduation party on Saturday?
Oh, it was real. How did you know?
Hey, I just know
it
these
was really
things.
good. A bunch of my family came. Yeah, it was really fun.
Good. I see your aunt about 3 days a week. Yes.
What?
I see your aunt about 3 days a week at softball.
Oh, okay.
My daughter
My
Genevieve
aunt's
and
really-
Anna are on the same softball team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she left
Yes.
my party to go to a game.
Yes, she did. And I saw Jeff that evening.
That's awesome. I didn't know you knew my whole family.
You Point of Pines people, I don't know. You get to be like the Beachmont people.
Just up in everybody's business.
No, it's really close. It's really close. That's good.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've heard stories about your grandmother's. Is it Nana? Do you call her Nana? Her gravy.
Mima.
Mima. Yeah, Mima's
Yeah.
gravy. Oh yeah. I've heard about them.
I love Mima.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love my Mima.
All right, I'm going to start this meeting. Erin's going to be late, so I'm going to start the meeting. Who's missing?
Brian
Brian.
and Aaron. Yes.
And Aaron.
So Erin's going to be late. Brian will probably come on soon.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen
Yes,
and bring up the flag.
yes.
And I think we should all stop video for a moment while we do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
let me bring that up.
thank you. So I'm going to start with welcome to the June 28th Revere Public Arts Commission. And can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
And to the republic
for which it
which it
stands,
stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. We're waiting for Elle.
I'm back.
So I'll call the attendance. Rob,
Here.
Elle,
Present.
Naomi,
Here.
Kirsten. And that's it, right? Yes,
And yourself. Yep.
and myself. Okay. I'll wait for Erin. If she comes on, she can review the minutes. So we're doing, here's the agenda. So the attendance and review the minutes Erin will do. Update on the fire station. Elle and I can talk about that. I'm going to have Elle go first because she's really involved with the funds. So Elle, take it away.
Okay, so Good news about being allocated $50,000 towards advancing the goals for the fire station for feasibility to assess whether or not we can utilize this building to repurpose it for the purpose of a community art center. So I have obtained two proposals, a proposal for hazardous materials assessment as well as the structural assessment. So we're working through getting the purchase orders to execute both of those feasibility portions. We've also been awarded funding through MAPC to do a visioning study so that we'll be able to bring the fire department, the Public Art Commission, residents and neighbors of the fire station and other interested parties together to talk through what are the best uses for the space, how this can be utilized, to also review other case studies of how community art centers are facilitated in other municipally owned buildings, and how that, how that can be successful. So we're really looking forward to getting everything up and rolling in the next couple of months. So I think probably in the next 3 weeks, you'll start to see invitations for smaller focus groups and then some larger community groups to discuss the visioning for that.
Right.
So that's where we're at on that. We just had everything trimmed in the back, but we're definitely still looking to have the inside cleaned out.
Yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to say, I know we looked into how we could create artist lofts, to rent.
Mhm.
I had called my friend June Krinsky-Rutter, who had a loft in East Boston, and she said that the payment didn't go to the city, the payment went to a nonprofit organization. So I think that's something that maybe we could start, or something, we could get someone to, if it's decided that we're going to use upstairs for artist lofts and artists will rent, then we can, in the future, we can maybe find some nonprofit organization that will take on that responsibility or create something like that. So that's where I am on the fire station. But Elle, I thank you for doing a lot of work on this, and I want to thank Mira Rigo for giving us $25,000 from the CIT fund. That it helps. So moving forward, it looks, it's going to be long, but I think it's, it will be worth it. I think it's going to be, 4 or 5 years to get this going, but I really do think that it's going to be wonderful, wonderful addition to Revere. So that's
Well,
all I have to say.
Thank you to Council McKenna for advocating for having the funding awarded to get this to the next level. Without it, we could still keep talking about it, but it wouldn't be happening without any funding. So
Sure.
thanks for working through that. I think the next thing on the agenda is the community murals. So I'm gonna say that we had a pretty excellent response in regards to getting people up and voting for their favorite or not their favorite. So we have the 2 finalists. I have to say pretty significantly outvoted the other individuals. So they're clear winners. There's no sort of, could be, they're not off by a couple votes. It's a significant amount. So for the Butler Circle and Point of Pines, so this is the clear favorite for the Butler Circle piece. I've been working with MBTA to try to finalize the permitting on this. We started this months ago, and we forwarded the final image, and we're hoping to set up a call, if not by the end of the week, by early next week, to see, what everything we need to do to get that in place. I'll be working with Erin. Hold on a second. Be working with Erin to finalize how we'll go about making an offer to the artists, and also for thanking the other artists for their participation and for their submittals.
Mhm.
And then for the Point of Pines, drum roll, anyone?
That's
This was
nice.
this was the finalist for the Point of Pines. So
Great.
I'm really excited about both of them. I think I mean, I would have been happy, honestly, with probably any of the finalists that, you know, had been clearly selected based on their qualifications. So I think it'll be a great addition to both locations.
Elle, did Jessica Janino get the state to put get rid of the pigeons and clean up?
No, that hasn't happened at this point.
Okay, I will reach out to her right now after this meeting. That should be done before we start. Do we need netting up there?
Yes,
Mhm.
Okay.
that
so we
would be
need net-
ideal.
And maybe they need to power wash it?
Netting and power washing.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Because we don't want the artist to be, knee deep. So,
Correct.
yeah, so, okay,
So-
I'll reach out to Jessica because that is her ward and, that's her jurisdiction and,
We have sent an email already, so I'm sure she's following up with the state, but maybe we could follow up with her and see if we've had any feedback on that.
okay.
So is the underpass DOT or is it DCR?
DOT.
Okay.
Mhm. Mhm. All right, so that is that. And next on the agenda, I just stopped sharing screen.
New high school student member to be appointed. So last night we had, at the council, we had the appointments committee and Larry he's the new student to come on to the PAC commission and he didn't show up. And our rules are if you don't show up, you don't get appointed. So I know Elle did reach out to him and told him, I don't know when the next appointment meeting is. It's probably in July, but and he can't come on until he's appointed. But I just have to say that his teachers, all his art teachers, they're the ones that nominated him to be on this, and they just couldn't speak enough, they couldn't say enough about him. So I don't know.
Let's try to reach out by phone. I had sent out an email, so maybe we can try to reach out by phone, make sure that we can confirm attendance for the 19th.
Okay,
Mhm.
all right. Well, I think the council meeting's the 11th. So if he is appointed in the 11th, he can come to the next meeting, which is the 19th.
Is he from Revere High School?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever met him before, but I probably have seen his face at art club though. There's a lot of really great artists in the high school. I haven't met all of them though, so I'm very curious to see who it is.
Sure. Yeah. Well, you'll see him if you still, want to join in. We would love to have you. But yeah, you'll get to meet him. I guess, they spoke so highly of him. So I'm really looking forward to meeting him. I emailed him a couple of times to talk to him, but that's about it. So
So after he joins, am I like off the commission or am I still like an honorary member or am I just still a member? Is
No,
this
no.
my
Elle
meeting?
will have to answer that. Elle, are you there?
Sorry. Yes, I'm here.
So
Hold on one second. Naomi, we have still one spot available on the commission.
Mhm.
So if you're interested in staying on the commission, which I think all of us would love to have you stay on the commission, you could just send a note to the mayor's office and ask to
Mhm.
be appointed as a member, because you're no longer a student member. You would just be a member.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I've
Yeah.
my mind has not been right ever
So
since I
if you want to
graduated.
stay on, we'd love to have you. And we do have
Yeah.
one open spot on the commission as the board of 7 people. So
Hmm.
we would love to have you.
Oh, thank you.
And or if you just want to join us when you have time to join us, you can also do that. Because it's a public meeting, so you can join us whenever you wish, but you wouldn't, like, if we vote on anything, you wouldn't be an official member, a voting member.
Yeah, I might join as like a public member because I don't really know my availability coming up. And
Okay.
also, yeah, I'm getting like a job, and also I have to do my schedule for like school, and I'm not really sure like when I can do stuff, or if I'll just like have enough time to devote to everything because I have a lot of other things that I'm doing. But
Yeah.
I would still like to join in sometimes and like see what's up in the community, because I really did enjoy being part of this a lot. I liked having like all the
Yeah,
inside
we love
information.
We love having
Yeah.
you. You've really been an excellent contributor.
Mhm.
Oh, thank
As
you.
as a Mass College of Art alumni, I'm going to tell you that it's a very hard school. And
Yeah.
you work. I mean, I used to do things that stay up 2 days, 3 days, working on stuff, and they expect a lot from you. But they're the best, one of the best schools around, so you couldn't be in a better school.
I'm very excited.
You're gonna love
for-
it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very excited to be challenged like that though. I know it's gonna like take a lot of my time, but like I've never really had that extensive art training before, so I'm really excited because I just want to improve like a ton. Like I want to like graduate and be like the best artist in the world.
Take it all in, enjoy it, and I mean, it's just it changed my life. It really did. Mass College of Art changed my life. God bless. So and that's a story for another time. But good luck. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you.
So, and by the way, while we're paying so much attention to you tonight, your logos have been paid for, so I can pick them up at any time. I got the text today, so yeah, I figure that maybe we can give out. I think we ordered 250. Was it 250?
I think so.
So maybe we can give 50 out to everybody. Did we decide if we're gonna charge for them, or we're just gonna give them out for free?
I think we should give them out for free for now, just so we can get our name out there, since a lot of
Okay.
people know who we are. Are we still going to the Sandcastle
agree.
Festival?
Yes, I'm not gonna be here, so I'm not gonna be at the Sandcastles. I have a surprise birthday party for OB. Oh,
Wow, not a
It's not a surprise anymore.
Just
so
look, they're not watching.
what a big mouth. Anyways, don't tell him, Naomi. I don't think
I won't.
No, but that's who I'm going to. That's the party I'm going to. So, and I hope I'm not going to give it away, because I just gave it away. So, but anyways, anybody got anything else that they want to contribute?
One thing on the having the stickers with the logo. How about hats with the logo? And then on the back, Revere Public Art Commission, just in print. So it's like you'll have the hat with just the paintbrush logo, plain, and then just regular on the back, Public Art Commission, any type of hat, and then maybe sell those. I think that actually I would always wear one of those hats. So I definitely need a new hat too.
The only problem with that is we don't have money. So,
Mhm.
we'd have to, I mean, I hate to say this, but the mayor paid for the logos. So
Okay.
out of his, funding. So, we really don't have an account. We would have to build an account,
Okay.
and that's going to be probably, something that I don't know. I don't know if we could use the city, the PAC as a city account. I don't know. I mean, that Elle would know that more than I would.
Well, right now, I've actually asked if we could have, we don't have any, I think if we are going to set up any fundraising opportunities, at that point, we can have that discussion
Mhm.
about any money that we raise that we could put into an account that could be utilized for certain purchases. But until that point that we're actually bringing in revenue, it's gonna be difficult to set an account for that.
Okay.
I had to get rid of the.
Kirsten has her hand raised. Kirsten?
Hi,
You wanna jump
hi,
in?
how are you guys? Yeah,
Good.
I did want to just a point of personal privilege. I'm wondering if in honor of, I apologize for the cars, in honor of Pride, if we could somehow revisit a project of sidewalk painting and rainbow. I know there's a couple of communities around us that have such as that. And I'm wondering if we can maybe put that on our list of items to revisit. And Ellie, you're probably more knowledgeable about those things than
Yeah, we
I
can
am.
definitely do that. So there's actually there's a group that's being organized that's going to be doing artwork over the summer. So I think that that could be an initiative that we could highlight and maybe just pick a location.
Yeah, I think like in front of City Hall, like going towards the post office, like that
Yeah.
spot is really a beautiful, nice, big central spot.
Mhm.
And then the other thought I have been thinking about is the Ryder building down on Revere Beach gives grants to people. You just have to like sign up and apply to have it. They're like open vendor space. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, they give it to free for people so we could like host like an event that just is the Public Arts Commission at this space. We can
Okay.
apply and do something there within the community. So that's my second.
Mhm.
Oh, I like that. That sounds
Which,
That's a
good.
good idea.
which open space are you speaking about for the Ryder building? Is it on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second
So
floor?
on the first floor on Ryder, like Baraka Juice has used it before.
Okay, I know which one you're
You
talking
know
about.
that, so that's like very much a raw space, but it's a community space for them. Like they want the
Okay.
community to come in. I think they definitely can charge for it, but I think they're just trying to work with local
Mhm.
organizations to like have a community space, right? So that was one thing I was thinking about. And the other thing is that right on the corner of Malden and Revere, they just did a bike stand that is the zip code. If you go by that circle, kind of where the light installation is that we did, that you guys all did, that we all did together, or whatever. Al, you really pioneered that in that area. It's really beautiful. So I just like want people to see Revere Pride, right? And so like a bike rack is really innovative idea. And again, this is stuff that obviously has legwork to it, but it all starts with an idea.
Mhm.
Personally,
Yeah.
Those are great ideas. I mean, really, I was thinking about maybe a fundraiser where we could, donate some artwork and have like a silent auction.
I love that idea, Joanne. I love that idea.
And I'm sure that people, we can get space from people will donate space for us to have, a little, but a silent auction. I think that would be great. I would definitely give one of my ocean paintings to ocean photos to the cause.
We
So,
could do it at the museum.
oh, that would be good.
Ooh, Elle, that's a great idea.
We want to have lots of things at the museum.
Yes.
Bring attention to it.
There you go.
So I'll share. So since we're on the idea of sharing session, I have had for years this potential project in the back of my mind to do a project called Hopscotch Revere, in which we would distribute chalk to, you could pick one school, you could pick all schools, and also would have the Public Art Commission, I'm just saying because we're in this group, that would go out and, so say, for example, we would pick maybe 5 places each that we could do a permanent hopscotch. So whether it be at a local park or a local sidewalk, and just so have one, I'm kind of thinking that it would be like kind of a stealth overnight mission so that, all of a sudden the next day there would be like hopscotches everywhere. So everyone like sort of an activity.
I
but
love
also
this.
fun.
I love
But it doesn't
this.
have to be just a regular hopscotch. Like you could be creative with it. Like I've seen some that are done like in the form of sunflowers or, you know, other things that are far more creative than, you know, just a regular hopscotch.
Yeah.
And then just do it as a way of active, healthy living, like bring back old school hopscotch and have everybody, you know, go home from school that day and just do a hopscotch in front of their house. Or
Oh, I love this
Great.
idea because as someone who's in elementary school right now, we need to be encouraging games like this because they don't just have this anymore. Like it's not really a part of their repertoire, little kids, to do hopscotch. So like I really love this idea and providing this to schools. So like as a foundation for teachers to encourage their kids to be thinking like that. I love it. I love it.
so maybe we can talk about, you know, doing it for, you know, what if we can gear up for it, fundraise a little bit, or maybe get donations to provide the materials. I mean, we really just need chalk. There's not
Right.
a lot of material needed, and maybe some paint and a couple of stencils. I have one hopscotch stencil that I use for the parks, but if we could, you know, get a couple different ones, or we could create one, or maybe Naomi, because you're so creative, you could create a stencil for one that we could use.
I don't know how to make
No
stencils. I
pressure.
could draw a design and it could be made into a stencil. Like when you mentioned the idea, I was like thinking about like different shapes we could use for the boxes and
Yeah.
stuff. Like I was thinking like, damn, I'm leaving now and
You
doing
don't
the
have to, you
hopscotch.
can come back. You
I
can be an
know.
honorary project
know.
participant.
I will do it. I will do it. It sounds very fun, and I think like Kirsten said, like I think it would just be a really awesome thing to have outside of like elementary schools, maybe even high schools, because I know that like high school kids like doing stuff like that too, despite how old we are. You know, I think it's just like a fun idea, like especially since like I don't know, I feel like as you get older, you kind of stop going to the park, I guess. But if there's just like a hopscotch thing on the ground, it kind of encourages
You can't
to
resist
be
it.
playful. Yeah, no one can
Sounds
resist
good,
it.
Elle.
You're like, oh yeah.
Sounds good. When I was a elementary teacher, I used to do battle of the classes, and 2 fourth grades would come down and they would sit in my room, and I would put the same line on the blackboard, and they had to make something. It was like, it was really, they loved it. They loved coming down and doing this, but it was like the battle of the classes. And whoever made the best drawing out of the line, or whatever kind of line it was, you know, they got points. And then at the end of the year, they got a prize. So, I don't know what the prize was. It was like I got them a gift certificate for their classroom. So, but I mean, that was a lot of fun. They loved it. So if you're looking for games, Kristen, that's one of the games that, I mean, you could do with the kids, you know?
I love it. Thank you. Love it.
Yeah, it worked so well, and it was so much fun. I mean, these kids really got into it. So, well, anybody else have anything?
Yes, actually, discussions around the Northern Strand Bike Trail project. So I haven't had an opportunity to connect with Elle and Aaron. However, I've been doing just some planning on the side and outreach to the community, within the entire community on the Northern Strand. And one of the discussion points is around actually the event and scheduling the event. And one thing I think we should look at is selecting a date, either in September or October. And the reason why, well, if we select in September and we plan on serving any sort of libations at the event, we're going to need to go in front of the board alcohol to get our alcohol permit. And if it's September, we need to be in front of the board in the August meeting. And if it's in October, we would need to be in front of the board by the September meeting. as far as I think, and then in addition to that, like I've said previously, I've been reaching out to area artists, and I'm building out a greater network just across the towns that are on the Northern Strand, just obviously limiting it to the artists coming in there. And then also a friend of mine is going to be introducing me, and also your aunt, Naomi, Julie. We had a discussion about it, about reaching out to the CEO or the president of the Northern Strand Trail, and maybe get connected to the communities that way as well. But I think first and foremost is just deciding a date. So I would recommend maybe that October, the Columbus weekend, October date potentially, that second weekend in October. And I don't know if you all would be, I mean, just thoughts as far as being able to get it up, and it's not going to be too hot. Might be raining, but that's moot. And it might be a good opportunity for fundraising as well for the remainder of for the coming year for the pack.
That's Rob, it's October 9th.
It's October 9th. Okay.
Yeah, I just looked it up. So
And then basically looking at it as a 2-day event. But we'd also need to be working on permitting. I know a lot of it is set up right now, but working with Mass DOT is going to be one element that we'll need to make sure that we're active on getting approval for within, I mean, if it's October, we've got 3 months.
right.
So it'd be looking good there.
And if you're going to have alcohol, you can apply for a 1-day alcohol.
Yeah. And that's the what we need to be in front of them the month prior.
Right.
So that's why if it were the September, if we had a September event, we'd have to be there in August, and we'd have to have all our plans together for the August meeting. But if we have it in October, we would have our plans for the September meeting. We need to make sure that we would get on the docket for them.
Okay. You want to say anything else about that? No? Good? Oh,
Wait, I have one more thing about the funding. It's just an idea. It's not gonna make us like a lot of money. About like not enough as like the auctions and stuff. But when we go to like the Sandcastle Festival, and if we go to the Revere Beach Art Festival, we could have like a donation box, or maybe create like a Venmo dedicated to the Revere Public Art Commission, and it could be like a donate what you want kind of thing. Like it could be like $1, it could be like $10, and if you donate something, you get a sticker maybe. Instead of giving them out for free. We could give them out for free, but we could also do that. Or we could just like have the donation box on the table and also give the stickers out for free, just to like draw people in. But yeah, since the whole thing about those kinds of festivals is like, ooh, free item, I want to go over there. And then you go over there and you like learn about what the booth actually is, or like what the stuff actually is. And then you're like, oh, I think I want to donate to this. So maybe we could have just like something there so that you could collect donations. Again, it's not going to make us like a lot of money, but it's a little start for maybe making like more merch or something, like Rob said, like a hat maybe.
yeah. That sounds good. I think anything that we do to raise money is worth it. So any ideas that we have is great. I just want to welcome Erin on to the Zoom meeting. Thank you for coming. I know you were busy. So.
Hi guys, I'm sorry I got here so late.
Look, she's in her car. That's how dedicated she is.
I know.
Oh my God,
I know.
wow, that's crazy.
It was a crazy day.
Well, we're pretty much done, but you know, and you don't have to give the meetings the minutes. That's fine. But since you're in your car, but do you have anything to say? We talked about a couple of things, fundraisers, and we did talk about the mural. Who won the winner?
Mhm.
So would you like?
Great.
Yeah, beautiful, both of them. I just hope no one walks into that building because it looks so realistic.
I was about to make the same comment.
Have to make a sign, do not walk in, you know? But do you have anything to say?
I know, right? Well, it's exciting to have the, it's exciting to have the, the finalists chosen. So should I send emails to everyone notifying the winners and the people that weren't chosen?
Yeah, if you want to put together a draft, I'm just going to send it through our purchasing department to make sure that we've included
Okay.
everything we need to.
Okay,
All right, that would be great
sure.
if you can do that.
Sure. I'll send it tomorrow morning. I'm basically just gonna pull from things that I've gotten from other cities because there's
Perfect.
kind of like,
I thought you might have a better
um,
sense of how it's
yeah.
delivered, so that's great. If we can have
Okay.
the yes one and the no one, and then I'll send that to
Sure.
the purchasing department just to make sure that we've incorporated everything that's required, from the city side. And
Okay.
and then so we'll probably have to put it on city letterhead and that, so I can, you draft that, I'll send the draft, have it reviewed, letterhead, and then I can send it back to you if you want to email them out, because you have all the contact information
Mhm.
from the Call to Artist site. So you could email it
Yeah.
out. You could even do like a BCC and,
Mhm.
something like that.
Sure.
But we
Okay,
can
sure,
talk through
yeah.
the details of that.
Okay, and then if for whatever reason it needed to get sent out by someone there, I can always just send the email.
Just send me the spreadsheet
you
with
know?
the emails. That's fine. I
Yeah.
don't mind doing that too.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, I'll do that then, sure.
great. Thank you
Great.
so much.
Okay, yeah,
Anything else,
It's so
Erin?
exciting. I can't,
I know.
right,
we're finally gonna do it. So
Finally,
I
something
know.
is here. It wasn't that bad. It took a year, but it's finally coming to
Yeah, but
fruition. So
now we're up and running. So I feel like, the
Yeah.
wrap up time for any other projects that we're doing, it's gonna go a lot faster. Like, for example,
Mhm.
we're already, starting to advance some of the work for community art center. Just, things are gonna
Mhm.
start to come together, I think.
I think so too, definitely. So, Erin, do you
Definitely.
want to say anything else? Do you have anything to add?
I don't think so. The only other thing that I was gonna ask about would be talking about Northern Strand, if we were gonna try to get that this year. But I heard, even though I wasn't on here, I could hear everything you were saying. So I think if we wanted to do October 9th, if that would make sense, then I think that could be a good target.
Yeah, I think it just to have those months to prepare. I think it's, we'll have time. So I
Yeah,
think that would be good.
would we be able to use the site to target artists to specific cities, Aaron? A call to artists for specific cities or
So what people do is they can put a call to artists and just say that it's only for artists living in a certain area.
mhm.
Usually it's narrowed down by like state. It wouldn't be,
Oh, okay.
like it will just say, people within 50 miles of Boston, say, or,
Okay.
usually it's by state.
Okay. Okay. And then in the actual call, you would say must be from one of these cities to participate, something like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And there's not a way to, it's when the artist starts to read the fine print that they realize they're not eligible. It's actually kind of inconvenient. So we could get a lot of people applying that weren't from the area because they didn't understand and read it correctly.
Well,
It's not.
mhm. Would it be possible just to say it right up front, the first line, rather than the fine print?
Yeah, it could be like we would literally make the call saying,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
that could be possible.
Okay.
We have gotten through this call, quite a few of the people that applied are from the area.
Mhm.
So now we kind of have we have like, 30 contacts of artists that live around here, or at
Mhm.
least, so I think that's also something that if we don't have budgeted to pay another, $300 to put up a call,
Mhm.
we do have these contacts that when we have a call ready, we can send to directly,
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's a really good point, Erin, and I think maybe we could utilize those contracts, especially if they're local, for the Northern Strand project.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We could say, hey,
Definitely.
we're looking to do, 12 pillars, 2 pillars each at X amount,
Mhm.
and just give a theme. I don't think,
Mhm.
I think we settled on, we would do, something that would represent each of the 5 communities for the trail.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we could do
Yeah.
that and say, pick your community, and then, run it
Mhm.
by, do it just like we did on this one, how we did have them submit a design, or maybe not even, because it's really only a
Mhm.
pillar. So I
Right.
don't know that we have to go through that rigorous of a process in order to select that.
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
I think it would be great if we, especially, because a lot of the submissions, we can kind of see the style of the artist. So we a little bit kind of know what we would sort of be getting by choosing them.
mhm.
And, as you've seen, I mean, artists do definitely like to get hired, without putting in all the effort of designing a proposal.
Mhm.
And since it is something smaller that
It
isn't,
is small.
yeah, I think it would be a great kind of, it would put us in a good light with the local artists, definitely,
Yeah.
to come back with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's actually one of the designs, I won't mention which one, but one of the designs I think would look really nice on the back panels that we have,
Mm.
because there's the 3 long panels, and there was one that it was not selected for the Point of Pines, but I think it would be, it could translate to there. But
Mhm.
obviously it's a little bit smaller space because it's much shorter
Mhm.
than
Okay.
what would be the Pines, and we don't have that much funding for that site. With the
Mm.
same amount of funding, but we have to do all of the pillars and the back panels.
Mhm.
Right. Mm.
And
We'll
the
talk about that
police
when we try to.
details and all the logistics around it. So I think that the actual funding for the art is going to be significantly less.
Yeah. So
'Cause
it would be much more simple design.
Yeah, is it
Mhm.
5 cities that are attached?
Yeah, there's
And
5
then-
cities connected through the trail.
Yeah, so 5 cities and then the 2 murals. So they're on either side.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we could do sort of like a smaller stipend for each of the columns,
Mhm.
and then, a larger stipend, and do 3 separate artists just
Mhm.
for the three back panels.
Mhm. The one of the things, my thoughts around the back panels were actually rather than a call to artist where you have a community voting
Mhm.
with the final columns, and then maybe the person that essentially they can identify the 3 artists, the 3 people with the most votes would get a select panel, and then they would get additional funds for each of those panels.
Oh, yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, something just to kind of keep it like in the same grouping of individuals.
Yeah, I think the key is that, trying to finish it over the course of a day or 2 days.
Well, that would be the pillars. I think the back panel is something that would have to be done at a later time. Because would that really be able to be done over that short time
If
period?
we did a simple design, I think it could be done.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, we've gone and painted all the graffiti in 2 hours under there with rollers on sticks.
Yeah, and then they come back and paint it within a day and a half, so.
Right. So
They're quick.
it could be, if it's done like a simple design,
Yeah,
could be quick. It could be done quicker.
okay, okay.
And so is the idea for the Northern Strand that, I just forget because we haven't talked about it in so long, that the event will be simultaneous with the painting?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
The event is sort of watching the artist's work.
Yeah, yeah.
got it.
So
Yeah.
it's,
Which is
Okay.
why it would be ideal if we could do it in a day. And that's why I'm saying we'd have more people rather than less people. So it could be happening simultaneously. You could have people doing the back panel, people doing, so there's a lot to look at. There's a lot going on and it's moving forward really quickly. And it could be done in a day.
Got it.
So it's sort of a 1-day event. The artist can get there early and then we start the event like after they've had some time to get going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The sand
Yeah.
castle.
Yeah, exactly. Like the sandcastles,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but give them less time.
but not a whole weekend. Yeah.
So,
So that way we could plan the event, say the event lasts, 3 or 4 hours, and maybe that's like later on in the day so that they're actually seeing it be completed.
Right,
Maybe it's in the middle of the day or I don't know how.
right.
Oh.
Yeah. What about if we had a couple artists doing the bigger, like the back
Mhm.
panels, if we had them do those maybe the day before, and then all the pillars,
To pull it together on the day of the event. Yeah.
yeah, just
Absolutely.
because also to make sure that it looks really good,
Yeah.
because if
Oh,
everything's
that-
kind of getting done right at once, and then I think the big back pillars would, no matter what happened on the smaller, the bigger one would kind of tie everything together, maybe.
right.
And then maybe too, there could be some press that came the day before saying, oh, this is happening tomorrow. If we wanted to get more people there,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Mhm.
If we wanted, it
Sounds
might
good.
be too many people, but
Well, I just want to, I know this is off the grid, but I just wanted to tell you that the logos are in for the cars. And I picked them up, so we should be getting them. Maybe I can get them to you, or we can keep them for a table or whatever we're gonna do. So,
I think we should try to keep at least, 75 for, if we can,
Yep.
for the,
Mhm. And make sure
Strand event.
Naomi's grandfather doesn't take 100 of them. That was another comment, by the way.
so,
yeah.
You talking about my Mima and my
No, your grandfather, or is it your grandfather or?
yeah.
Wants 100 of them.
He wants 100 of them.
Yes, that's what I hear.
he'll have to give us $100.
Yeah, $100.
So,
So
we can
funny.
start our little account there. So, anybody else have anything to say?
no.
So we
I
have,
just had one question. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead. No,
I just remembered, for the mural at Butler Circle, I think we needed to get permitting for that, right?
Yeah.
So,
We've submitted everything and, we're
okay.
scheduling a meeting for either the end of this week or early next week. Just to see what has to happen to finalize that. But we've
Okay.
submitted
Oh,
everything
okay.
months ago. So
Okay.
we have to do the
Okay.
same for the Point of Pines as well.
Oh, okay.
It's also in progress.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
they also have to put in the pigeon netting or
Yeah,
bird
and
netting
Joanne,
and whatnot.
was talking to State Rep Janino in regards to advocating for netting under the underpass.
and a power wash.
Oh,
So,
Oh, okay.
Anything
Okay.
else, Erin?
No, I just wanted to check because when, because I'll draft it, some letters for the artists. So, because we're off on the timing now, right? So we're,
Right.
but I think they can still be painting if it's okay, I think into September, right?
Yeah.
Or even, okay.
Yeah, it's more weather permitting, I think, just
Sure.
from the quality of the paint, and we don't
Right.
usually get our first snow until late October.
Right.
Come on, Rob,
Okay.
not October.
Hey, it's happened recently.
Oh, you're pushing it. Don't push it. Let's say December or January. But anyways, all right, guys, it was great.
Great.
Good meeting, and we'll meet back at July 19th. So
Okay.
be well and healthy, and we'll see you then.
Mhm.
Okay,
Have a
great.
safe 4th and
Sounds good.
3rd, and I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll see you all on the beach.
See you
All right.
later.